Okay, Caribbean people, we've already started the action. We got some pasta boiling right here. Okay, cameraman, we got some fresh pasta boiling here, and we're using some linguine. The reason I'm doing that is because somebody brought me a sample today of some gray snapper fillet that's coming into the island, and that's some imported fish. And I have a little boost here, mother-in-law fish, or old wife as they call them. They peel the skin off of these. There are different types of them. This one they call a cabwheat. It's very long and looks like almost like a trumpet mouth. But I'm going to use a piece of that gray snapper, trout fillet instead, and see what it tastes like. I'm going to get a nice chunk of it out there. Just ride the skin. Just ride in the skin. There we go. Let's just get that little piece off. Okay, we got a nice fillet of fish there. Now, we're going to cut that into some nice little fillets. I think that's so much more manageable, and I even like it thinner than that. It grills quicker, and it takes on flavor better. Okay, so now we got our trout fillet. We're gonna a little garlic action. Let's get some salt, my little gizmos, and a little black pepper. I love this little gadget. Garage sale, my favorite. $1, guys. Go to all garage sales. One man's poison is another man's gold. People are throwing away all sorts of useful little gadgets for nothing because they're not using it at their homes. They never knew how to use it. So we got some garlic and some pepper on our fish, a little salt. A little bit more salt on both sides, so we're okay. And what else can we go? Yeah? A little 5-star powder, so you have a little cinnamon, a little ginger, a little nutmeg in there. Very mild though. Good. Okay, we're just gonna do some pasta in a pesto sauce with some nice grilled fish over it. So here goes. We got some fresh basil here. There we go, nice fresh basil. Just gonna break that branch off. We're gonna add some thyme into there. Just break a portion off. Pulls right off the sprig. And we're gonna get us some fresh tilognon to sprinkle over our fish when we're done and create a nice, interesting garnish. Pesto, we have some fresh basil, some thyme. Okay, so we got our basil chopped up. I could chop that fine by hands and create the pesto, but we're going to throw it into the blender. And since we're going to add a little oil and stuff, we're going to let the blender do the job for us. Some fresh basil. There we go. Some garlic. We're going to add a little pepper, fresh pepper. And just for an interesting touch, we're going to just put a little piece of ginger, not very much, we just want a hint of it in there, just in the back of our tongue. So we're just going to throw a little bit of ginger in there. You may or may not taste much of it. And some fresh seasoning peppers. I like adding a lot of seasoning peppers to my pesto because it goes well with any herb. Bam. Get that bad boy in there. Let's get a green one in there also. They're so strong in aroma. They smell like a pepper that's ready to burn your hands off, and yet they're so mild and sweet and lovely. Okay, now we got all our ingredients into our blender. We're gonna get some fresh olive oil. Now we're gonna blend our pesto. Did I get some salt in there? No, I didn't. If you want to make that pesto a little spicy, you can add a tinge of chili powder, not too much, just a hint. And a sprig of fresh celery. We don't want too much of it there so it doesn't overpower our basil. Okay, our pesto should be just about ready. Let's give a little taste test. Okay, Mike, I got it. Beautiful. All that's missing is a little bit of vinegar. Do I have? Yeah. You got a little bit of vinegar here. Just a little bit of vinegar or lime juice. Let's put the lime juice. That's more natural as opposed to vinegar is like a fabricated product. Yeah? A little bit of lime juice instead. And we're good to go. All right, Caribbean people, our pesto is done. Now that goes really nice just on the fish with some rice or with some meal or whatever, some vegetables. We're gonna toss our pasta in some of this sauce and we're gonna serve our grilled fish right on the top. I think our pasta is just about ready. And what you always hear about pasta is that you gotta cook pasta al dente, meaning you want it with a little crunch. You don't want it, for a toothless man to eat. You want it, a little bite in the pasta already. It's a soft food. So let's strain it. If we're going to use it later, you can shock it so it stays al dente and then you can reheat it later, but we're going to use it right away. And fish cooks really quick, so here goes. 3 bad boys. Voila. Now, while our fish is grilling and getting this nice grill marks on it to make it look nice and char grill and make it professional, we can turn it onto the other side and get those nice diamond cuts, or we can just go with the one grilled, okay? So in goes our pasta. I'm just gonna put enough for one serving. That's more than enough. It's even kind of much. I don't want to make my plate look too bulky. All right. And our fish looks like it's ready to flip over. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Okay, so by the time the other side of that fish is cooked, we'll have our pesto and our pasta mixed in. Jay, you put whatever amount of pesto you want. If you like it very pungent or very wet and juicy, more power to you. I just like to coat the pasta nicely, get that lovely green color. Oh, that's more than enough. I didn't think I even put a little too much. I'm gonna take a little extra pasta here. Hey, voila. Let's see how it tastes. Absolute heaven. Good. Okay. This is the way the professionals serve pasta. They get a nice 2-prong fork and they curl, and they slide it onto the plates. And you just push it off, so it's a nice little roll of pasta. You got a 2-prong fork and you shake it up and you roll, carry it to the plates, side by this one, and you push off nice, and you got 2 nice little logs of pasta sitting there. Get that bad boy out. Our fish should be just about ready. Now here comes the fish. Oh, isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely? Beautiful. So now I'm going to take a little bit of fresh mango chutney that we made, and I'll show you guys how to make some chutney sometimes. And just get a little bit of chutney over one of those bad boys there. You could drizzle just a dab of basil on the fish because you're going to get it all over the pasta. A little bit of fresh Parmesan. You don't have to put Parmesan if you're not a Parmesan person. I love cheese, so I always put a little Parmesan. Our last bit of fish. It's ready. And we got a lovely pesto pasta with grilled trout fillet on there. Beautiful meal. You can throw some vegetables around. You could get some garlic bread. Whatever makes you happy. Okay, Caribbean people? So, give it a try.